love life. I will be glad to leave that to you and the reporter that spoke with him, and I'm not aware of a call and don't have any information on that. Jim?
Sarah, can you tell us why the president saluted the North Koreans when he was over in Singapore?
It's a common courtesy when a military official from another government salutes that you return that.
Can I just ask a second question, completely unrelated, on these children who are being separated from their families as they come across the border? The Attorney General earlier today said that somehow there's a justification for this in the Bible. Where does it say in the Bible that it's moral to take children away from their mothers?
I'm not aware of the Attorney General's comments or what he would be referencing. I can say that it is very biblical to enforce the law. That is actually repeated a number of times throughout the Bible. However, this hold on, Jim, if you'll let me finish. Again, I'm not going to comment on the attorney's specific comments that I haven't seen.
It's in the Bible to
That's
follow
not
the
what
law.
I said, and I know it's hard for you to understand. Even short sentences, I guess, and please don't take my words out of context, but the separation of illegal alien families is the product of the same legal loopholes that Democrats refuse to close, and these laws are the same that have been on the books for over a decade, and the president is simply enforcing them.
Policy to take children away from their parents. Can
It's
you
a
imagine
moral
the horror
policy
that
to
these children
follow
must
and
be going
enforce the
through
law.
when they come across the border?
Jim.
They're with their parents, and then suddenly they're pulled away from their parents? Why is the government doing this?
Because it's the law, and that's what the law states. And the law.
You guys don't have to do that. It's
You're right,
your
it doesn't
policy.
have to be the law, and the president has actually called on Democrats in Congress to fix those loopholes. The Democrats have failed to come to the table, failed to help this president close these loopholes and fix this problem. We don't want this to be a problem. The president has tried to address it a number of occasions. We've laid out a proposal, and Democrats simply refuse to do their job and fix the problem. Paula, go ahead.
All right, now that you've seen the video, it's pretty easy. I mean, there isn't much to say other than he's intentionally antagonized. That's what he's doing, and he's trying to use the fields and saying that you're separating these kids from. That happens every day in the criminal justice system. When someone breaks the law, they get separated from their children. It happens all the time. And as much as black folks, as much as we complain about the criminal justice system unfairly locking up black people, this and that, you have a segment of, you have a portion of people now that are just saying F the law and being able to just walk on in. And you got a lot of people like Jim Acosta saying that this law, that they should be able to break this law. Well, why isn't he advocating on the rights of, for the rights of all the people or a lot of black folks that are in jail? Why is he not advocating for us and saying, hey, you know, you're in jail, you shouldn't be in jail, you were just trying to feed your family for whatever law you broke? You know, you know, a lot of black folk, we need to be looking at this like hey, wait a minute now, why, you know, we're getting locked up, you know, and mass incarceration and all this other stuff is what they say. But these people just get to break the law, and then people get to say, well, we don't think we think you should be able to break the law. And they're saying they're coming from real bad countries and this and that and real bad areas. Well, hell, like I said in the other video, I mean, 74 people shot in Chicago in 1 week. Well, that's a bad situation also. Maybe they're just trying to get it. Maybe they're doing whatever they were doing just to get out of that situation. Maybe that's all they were doing, you know? I mean, they were just trying to get out of it. Anyway, this is pretty easy. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and all that, and we'll see you next time.